Hi and Assalamualaikum to my lecturer Dr. Safiza Suhana. We would like to present our mini project. Hospital Management System become our title of choice. Our group consists of 4 members. I am Adilata Hanani, Faisal Samer, who is the leader of the group, Joy Gary and Nurul Fakihah. I will present an introduction to our title. In recent time, the concept of people healthcare has undergone major changes leading to higher expectations and increased demand for high quality care and facilities. Detail provided about doctor, staff, patient include doctor appointment and test. Second, for the problem statement as well, the current data management system at UG Hospital is inadequate and still operate in manual paperwork. It's hard to imagine an office without dozens of paper organizer and stack of forms to file. Furthermore, online registration allow our organization related data, patient data and so on to create a uniform online form that remain continuous in the system. This means no more missing file or important form that use available time and resources to recover. Online registration offer forms that are translated into an appropriate language without the district having to make multiple copies. Globalization allows district to benefit from a variety of culture and language. However, various forms of translate are very expensive. The final advantage of the online system is that the country can store confident information securely while allowing public information to be accessed by various type of users. In conclusion, we have developed the best management system to facilitate all parties in doing business in the hospital.
Objective. Main objective of a hospital management system are to manage for better decision making. Hospital management system is the system which is developed to minimize the pen paperwork at hospitals. It is the system that is used in the hospitals to maintain the record of the patients, doctors, nurses, and other hospital staff. No one in this world is perfectly alright in case of health and also to design a system for a better patient care, reduce hospital operating costs, and also provide MIS, which is Management Information System Report on Demand. Business rule. Entity by entity. For the first entity is appointment. The system appointment is linked between doctor and the patient. The identifier for appointment are appointment no and doctor ID. The other attribute for appointment are appointment date and diagnosis. Appointment determine the patient treatment date. Each appointment has only one patient and doctor. Next entity is testing. The tests are made according to the type of the test on the set date. The identifier for our testing are testing no and patient no. Testing must has at least one patient. Other attributes for testing is test date. Each testing has one and only test. Okay, next entity test. The identifier for our test is test no. Other attributes include name and cost. Each test may has more than one testing or may not have any testing. Next, entity for doctor. The identifier for a doctor is doctor ID. Other attributes include F name, L name, DOB, specialty, gender, address, email, and telephone. Doctor may has one or zero appointment. And lastly, for the entity patient, the patient register either for an appointment or a test. The identifier for a patient is a patient no. Additional attributes for patient are F name, L name, DOB, gender, address, email, and telephone. Patient may have no appointment and testing or may have many appointment and testing.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Faisal Samir and I'm here today presenting the ARD of our database project. So we have 5 entities here. 3 strong entities, 2 weak entities. The first strong one is a patient entity which holds the primary key patient know, and the rest details of the patient. Also doctor entity, which holds the doctor ID, the primary key of the doctor, and the rest of details of the doctor, including specialty. Lastly, we have the test strong entity, which holds the test know, primary key of the test entity, and the details of the test, name of and cost. We have here the appointment in this entity. When a patient and a doctor conduct an appointment with each other, the record will be inserted here. So we have two primary keys, patient know and doctor ID. Patient know references the patient, doctor ID references the doctor. Appointment date is the date of the appointment. Diagnosis is when doctor diagnoses a patient, his comments will be written or inserted in this attribute or in this column. So appointment can be held by one and only one doctor, while a doctor can take from 0 to many appointments. Also, appointment can be held by one and only one patient, while a patient can take from 0 to many. So here the last weak entity, which is called testing, and this entity, when a patient takes a test, the record will be put here or inserted here in this entity. So here we have test know, patient know, which are the primary keys. Test know references test entity, patient know references the patient entity, and here we have the date of the test. So testing can be held by one and only one test, while test can have from 0 to many testing operations or times. Patient can have from 0 to many testing times, while testing can be held by one and only one patient. So here we end our ARD presentation, and thank you for watching. Hope you like it.
This is the queries for the hospital management system that we have made. So for the first one is to list details of male patients who lived at Bukit Berang. So we use the select S3 from patient. So for this, we can get the output as followed. So we can see that we get 3 rows according to the patient. From the patient, we got all the details info for the patient. So for the next is aggregation and grouping. So for aggregation and grouping, we have a query that to count the number of doctors who have appointment and needs. We using the naming process here. We using the renaming. We rename this count distinct doctor ID as number of working doctors, from appointment. So for this, we can see the table as followed. So we get one row return, and we got the total number of working doctors is 5. Next is for join, inner join. We have 2 join. We have inner join and outer join. So for the inner join part, we use this query, which is to find all details of test and testing. So we select test number, name, cost. We select all this, and then we use join on. As you can see here, down here, we use this equi-join here. So for this, the table is as follows. So this is the table, the outcome table. So we have 4 rows. Next is for join outer. We use to find the list of patient details, including name, gender, appointment date, even for the patient that's not appointed. So for this, this is the SQL and this is the table outcome. We have 11 rows, and we also, you can see here that I used here left join, left outer join. Left outer join is also a type of outer join, and we use join and using patient number. So we can see for the last data here. So for the last data here is null because don't have an appointment. As you can see, this is the appointment date. So you don't have an appointment, the patient number 9. So that is why we see. For the final one is nested query. So this is a type of subquery. Select, we used to find the test date for patient who born after the year 2000. So we select date and we put here the subquery that we are trying to find. So for this, the outcome is as follows. We have a test date of 5. We have only one row, and this is the only outcome, which is 8 of May 2022. This is where this is all for the queries.